Hey guys, I do hope you enjoyed today's exciting video. It's going to be all about how to get started. I have had so many people message me recently and they don't understand investing. What is investing? How do I get started, Jason? Well, this is the video that you need to watch from start to finish, and then by the end of it, you will fully understand how to get started, what it is you need to do, and we'll also be discussing why so many people often think that investing or trading is associated with scams. Stick around. So the first thing I would like to say is welcome back to my channel. My name is Jason Lloyd and my channel is all about investing, so make sure to hit that big juicy red subscribe button because I do put out weekly videos on content on investing and some of the shares that I hold in my portfolio to help you make a passive income for life. So this video is about how to get started, and there are many different brokers that you can use or platform providers to put money with as an investment, so you can open up an account and you can start becoming an investor. First, it's worth mentioning that some of the richest people in the world are investors. You've got people like Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Michael Bloomberg, the list goes on. It is so big, and what do they all have in common? They are investors. So perhaps you are someone like me who is also interested in wealth and success, and you want to make yourself a passive income today. Well, I can tell you that investing has never been made more easy and more simpler than it is today. With so many apps and so many platforms out there now on the market that do not charge a fee when you do start to invest, it has never been easier. Years ago, the stock market only used to be for the rich, and only people that had over £250,000 could leverage money into a brokerage firm where they would get more money back and they could trade on a leveraged account and they could make giant profits. Now, these were big banks and institutions, for example, and big businesses or governments, and now things have changed. So how would you go about getting started? So if you were someone that was looking to start investing, how do you get started? Well, what you'd have to do is open up a trading platform with a broker firm, and there are many different trading platforms, but if you're someone that does have over 50 or £100,000 to invest, which I think is quite a lot of money, then you may be wanting to look at a different platform provider to the ones that I use, for example, such as Trading 212. So it's worth mentioning that there are two different account forms, which is where the scams are originally associated from. Now, that is a CFD platform, and that is essentially the Forex market, and then you've got your ETF platform, which is your exchange traded funds, such as index funds and stocks and shares. All you would have to do is open up a trading platform with an account, say as 212 Trading. You could put £1 in there and you could buy a fractional share of a company. Now, there are different percentages of shares that you can go into, and now we can buy fractional shares, which means we don't need to have the entire share value amount when we're purchasing. So if a stock in Apple was, for example, $300, I don't need to purchase $300 in order to get one stock. I can actually just buy a fractional share of Apple, say 0.01%, and I could literally invest just £3. So that way I can still hold a share in Apple, but it's only a fraction of Apple, so I will still gain those benefits if it moves up or down, and I will also get those dividends off that tiny share depending on the breakdown of percent I have. Obviously, it would be a very small amount. I'm not going to be getting the full dividend. It would only be in equivalence to the fractional share that I have purchased. You see, every single trading provider does have different advantages, pros and cons. Obviously, some trading platforms do have free service-based commissions, so if you're buying and selling stocks or ETFs, it doesn't charge you, but they will have less of a variable of stocks and shares to choose from. So I use Trading 212 because they are free to use. I do not pay any kinds of commission or fees when I'm buying or selling stocks or depositing or withdrawing my money, versus another platform provider such as AJ Bell. You've also got Interactive Investor, and there are a few more out there that I would maybe mention that are worth a recommend in your research if you are going to open up an investment account. But again, these are more providers that have a much greater variable of stocks and shares available that you can buy and sell on the open markets, but they will charge you a much higher surface of fees. So that means that you may be charged a monthly fee, for example, just to hold an account with them, regardless of whether you're buying and selling stocks and shares. And again, you may also be charged money every single time that you buy a stock or share inside their platform when you're using them. So the trading platform that I use currently is Trading 212. Now again, they are free, as I keep saying, to use and to deposit money into. I do have a link, so if you do want to open up an investment account today, you will get a free stock up to £100, providing you use my link. I will also benefit and get a free stock up to £100. All you have to do is copy the link below, which is in the description, and then when you go to open up the account on their website, you literally just put in the code, and then as soon as your account is open and you've deposited £1, you will actually get a free stock up to £100, which is a great incentive for new investors that are wanting to start getting invested today. And if you are one of my international friends, maybe you are from Canada or the US, then you may want to look at some of the service providers such as Webull or RobinHood. Now, again, it is all up to you to do your research, but those are two investment platforms that I would potentially recommend. Over here in the UK, we do not currently have the RobinHood app, although I do hear it is coming out at some point, hopefully this year, but we will wait to see until that step happens. So if you're someone that does have a lot of money to invest, but you're wondering why should I not just use the free trading platforms, this is why. But some of the cons that comes with that is they may not have all of the ETFs in the world, obviously registered under their broker firm. What does that mean? That means you cannot trade every single stock. They only have certain specific stocks that you would want to trade, but it does have the majority, 80-90% of all the main stocks that you could imagine. Things like Apple, McDonald's, BP, Shell, there is just absolute tons. And of course you can invest in things like the S&P 500, the FTSE 100, so you do have all of your regular index funds in there as well. And the good thing about this is if you were going to use a different service provider and you were going to go with, say, AJ Bell, you may be charged monthly fees, and you also may be charged withdrawal fees and deposit fees, and also just for holding the stock that you're continuing to hold, you can also get fees there as well. So this is why Trading 212 I think is one of the best trading platforms out there on the market. So that is one that I would recommend. It is very easy to get started. All you would need to do is go onto their website, use the link below, and then start filling out your details. They do ask for, I believe, a passport number. Sometimes they ask for a national insurance number, depending on which country you're in. It is an international firm, so you can even use their accounts if you are in America or if you are in different parts of Europe. And again, investing has never been made simpler. It is so easy now to put money into a firm and to withdraw it whenever you decide to withdraw so, and get that passive income and start making dividends today. Why do so many people get confused, and why do so many people associate trading with scams? Now, there is a lot of questions around this, and often people say to me, but Jason, I don't really understand this, and I think it's a scam. Do you actually make money? Yes, I do make money. I have been making money in the stock market for years. It depends on what platform that you are going to open up. See, there are two different mediums when it comes to trading. You can be trading in ETFs and stocks, which again is like your mainline companies, or you could trade with leverage in a leveraged account on a CFD platform provider. So what that would mean is for every pound I would put in, the leverage might be 400 to 1, for example. So that means the broker firm would give me £400 for every £1 I put in. Now that might sound like a good deal to you, but what it means is essentially if I was trading and buying in the foreign currency market, which is what the CFD platforms are, they're not particularly stocks, it's more for the foreign currency exchange. So that's all of like your 8 liquid currencies, your New Zealand dollar, your Aussie dollar, your USD, your Great British Pound, your Euro, all of those different types of currencies. And what it would mean is I would be trading with a much higher leverage at my own risk, but there is a big potential to gain profits very quickly, almost like gambling, and also to lose that amount of profit or to even blow up your account, because again, if you're trading with a very high leverage, that means that the fluctuation in a currency pair will move up and down very rapidly over time. And of course, if you're trading with a high leverage, it means that you could potentially gain or lose money very quickly. And that is why people think it's a scam, because most people don't know what they're doing. They'll buy in with these high leverage accounts, think they have all this money and they think they're going to make millions. They'll put in $5,000, they'll click on buy, Great British Pound against the US dollar, for example, and they don't realize they're trading with a high leverage. They'll buy in with a high lot size, which means more money that they're putting into it. Again, they're risking even more capital. And what that means is if it goes down and it goes against them and they've made a mistake, they can easily lose that $5,000 very, very quickly. And of course, then they start to panic. They sell out because they see their money going down and they start to lose their money over time. And they go, no, this is a scam. I've lost all my money. But they've not done their market research. They don't understand trading perhaps, and they've not analyzed the chart. They don't know how to analyze. And again, this is something that you will learn through my channel, because I have been through all of those processes and I have traded in CFD platforms now for many years. And I really understand the fundamental, the technical, and also the economic analysis that you have to do in order to be successful on these platforms. I have now taken my money out of CFD platforms and I have moved them into the stock market, which essentially is your ETF. So those are the two differences. The two differences between CFD is the foreign currency markets, and that is now where I trade solely because I'm not trading with leverage. I'm only trading with my own capital, and that's very important because that means that I have done all of my market research before I'm going to go into a stock, and I'm only risking what I can afford to lose if I was to lose that money. Again, I haven't lost any money yet on an ETF platform because I've always done my due diligence, and when I invest in something, I invest in it for the long term. So I'm potentially buying, holding it for several years, getting those dividends, having that growth, and then I'm withdrawing my money. So this is why so many people obviously associate trading with scams. It's because A, they don't understand what they're doing, and perhaps they're getting themselves into the wrong market. They're going into Forex, they're trading with leverage, they're not understanding what they're doing, and they're blowing up accounts, and they haven't potentially understood exactly what the stock market is, and they haven't invested into the right areas. So if you are someone that is new to investing and you want to find out more, then don't worry, stick around. Do make sure to subscribe to my channel, because again, I do bring out those weekly videos, and eventually I will be opening up my portfolio week on week, and I will be showing you some of the stocks and shares that I hold in my portfolio for the long term. So obviously give you an idea as to why I'm holding them, and maybe they are something that you would like to consider once you have done more research, of course, into those areas of investing. And so going back to some of the different platforms that you can use, some of the platforms that I would recommend to check out if you are a new investor would again be Trading 212, which is my favorite. You've got AJ Bell, you've got Interactive Investor, you've got Free Trade. There are many different platforms there that you can do some research into long term if you do want to start investing today. I do hope that you have found the content in this video useful today, and you have now started to understand the difference between trading in the Forex markets and trading in ETF platforms like myself, and how, of course, to get started investing. If you would like me to make a short video showing you the step-by-step plan on how to open up a trading account with 212, then I would recommend checking out this video here, which I will leave in the cards above, which is a full review on the trading platform, so it gives you some more insight as to how it works and what to do when you have opened up an account. If you would like me to follow through a step-by-step action plan for you and how to get started, then give me a message and I will just send you a link straight out so you can open an account with 212 today. I hope that you have a great day, and I'll see you back on my video soon. Take care. Ay caramba!